In this video, we will be discussing the effects of point mutations at the protein level. A point mutation is when a single base is altered in the DNA structure. This base substitution can either be a transition or a transversion, which is illustrated in this image. Now we will discuss the effects of point mutations, which are missense, nonsense, silent, and a read-through. To help illustrate each of these effects, I am going to compare each of them to the process of making chocolate chip cookies. Each amino acid symbolizes one of the steps in making chocolate chip cookies. Methionine is gathering the ingredients to make the cookies. Tryptophan is mixing all the ingredients together to create the cookie dough, but not adding the chocolate chips. Asparagine is adding the chocolate chips to the cookie dough. Alanine is shaping the dough into small balls on the baking sheet. Cysteine is baking the cookies, and finally, the stop codon is taking them out of the oven. The first effect that will be discussed is a missense. A missense is a base substitution that results in a different amino acid in the protein sequence. In this missense, a transversion took place. In this case, the amino acid was changed, so instead of adding chocolate chips, raisins were added, thus making these raisin cookies. In this case, the process does not result in the desired outcome, chocolate chip cookies, but they are still functioning cookies. This mutation can also result in non-functioning cookies in other cases. The second effect is a nonsense mutation. A nonsense mutation changes a regular codon into a stop codon. In this nonsense mutation, transversion occurred. Comparing this to our cookie analogy, this would be like if the cookie dough was not being baked in the oven, thus not getting the desired result, chocolate chip cookies. Our third type of point mutation is known as a silent mutation. A silent mutation is when the DNA sequence is altered, but the amino acid coded for is the same, resulting in the same protein. In this silent mutation, a transition occurred. This mutation will still result in chocolate chips being added to the cookies, thus getting chocolate chip cookies. The final effect is a read-through. This is when a stop codon is changed to code for an amino acid, resulting in a longer protein. This would be lengthening the protein and changing its overall function. In our chocolate chip cookie analogy, this would mean increasing the steps since the stop codon was never received. The cookies will remain in the oven with things like marshmallows, ketchup, and bacon being added, which will continue until a stop codon appears. By the end of this process, the monstrosities that are pulled from the oven are not the cookies that were desired, which is similar to how the created protein from the additional amino acids was not what was intended. In this example, a transversion took place.